need a new chat. Here, we'll do a sound check. Sound check. Yeah. This. Oh my god. I mean, today. Alright. Hello. Welcome. So impromptu stream because I found out that apparently there's still an hour of gameplay left for the button to be discovered. And I want to finish chapter 3 before I go away for 2 weeks. So yeah. It's gonna I don't want to be in the middle of chapter 3 while I'm gone. So we're gonna try to get and then once we get to the BDA, we're gonna stop. Wait a minute. Which means the investigation happens on Wednesday, which means that the trial happens on Saturday. And hopefully the trial's not as long as it was last time, because I can do it on Sunday. So we're cutting it a little bit close. But hopefully, if all goes well, I can finish the 3rd chapter. Without further ado, because the whole point of this is to, you know, get to a certain point in the story, I will just be diving in. When we last left off, Akane went back to her normal self. We finished Kinji's and Teruya's free time events. We started almost damn near finished Rei's free time events, which means that we have, if we're smart, we can do Rei and Akane's free time events. I believe that Akane managed to wake herself up from her mind. Of course, this is not the end yet. The fact that we are in Hope Street Academy has not changed. We have to find a way somehow. And with those thoughts, I fell fast asleep. Good morning. It is now 7 o'clock. On morning. First, let's go to the dining room. I'll be with them on breakfast this morning. Hello. Maeda. Hello. You arrived early. In the dining room, there was a bright Akane smiling. Yes, did you guys sleep well? Maybe it's because Akane is getting lively again, but I'm feeling way better than yesterday. I'm always in a happy mood here. I wonder what's up with the others. They haven't come yet. Did Maeda come too soon? It's just 7:10. Minute walk. What's that about? That's so. Let's wait until all the others gather here. Oh boy, it's hard to wake up early in the morning. Haru, good morning. Akane, alright, you feel better now? Kinda feels like she got a complete resurrection, huh? It's gotta be. Seeing her bright smile and starting the day like this gives you a lot of energy. That's a complete black heart. It's not. All I'm saying is that I'm happy that my colleague returned to normal is all. My colleague. Right. And the guys aren't here yet? Yeah, but it's a little different. Kanata-chan was always at the restaurant before me. Even the others will be happy to see Akane smile once more. Okay, today I have a suggestion for you guys. I'll say once again, once everyone comes. Suggestion. After breakfast, Tsurugi, Rei, and Kinji will gather together to discuss with us. Meeting about what? I don't really like those other guys. Even Kinji? What has he done except mind his business throughout the entirety of the game so far? Well, when Maki was alive, Tsurugi gathered everyone and made an immediate report. This time the motives already came out, so I'd like to gather everyone's for opinions. Oh, I see. Maeda is amazing. That's amazing. I recall Tsurugi doing these meetings, but I haven't seen that in a hot minute. That's because not long ago he was neglected by saying things no one supported. But we can't do that anymore. It's all in the past, isn't it? I believe in Maeda now. Well, certainly it seems that Akane has regained some vitality. Her eyes to have such a bright person like her, it must have been conveyed onto everyone that positivity. By the way, it's getting late for the others. No way. Alright, man. Sure. 10-minute stream, I guess. 10-minute stream. What time is it now? Around 7:30? Is this simply over-worrying? I mean, they're humans, so there may be times like this could happen, but what's this anxiety? Let's wait a bit more patiently. I'm sure they'll be here soon. Yeah, okay. Sunday Stream Core. Hello, Ravenpaw. Welcome to the stream. Yes. An hour ago, I went to Ruby News' playlist to see how long it was until the body discovery happened. And in her stream, after the thing with Akane, she didn't find the body for another hour. So, what? Yes. So I'm here because I'm gone starting next Sunday, and I want to finish this chapter before I leave for a week. I've been saying 2 weeks. I don't know where I've already got 2 weeks, but I'm gone for a week. So I'm gonna play until the body discovery announcement, but apparently I think we might be extremely close to it, and I may have just hallucinated that hour mark. I don't know what's happening, but this feels very body discovery ramp up-esque dialogue. No, this is absolutely not over worrying. Even if I'm wrong, something's not right. Everyone in the dining room gradually began to notice the detail. It's getting late. It's already 8 o'clock. What in the world happened? Let's stay for a moment. Who isn't here yet? Tsurugi, Rei, Kinji, Mikako, Hikaru, and Kanado. You don't have to mention Tsurugi. Rei, no! Yeah. It's right at 8 AM and no one's come yet. Well, to be fair, oh. I'm sorry for being late. That's me acting out the bunch of dots right there. Where's the priest? But that's the thing though. Rei, Kinji, and Tsurugi all don't fuck with us. Well, Rei and Tsurugi doesn't fuck with us. Kinji was like, I do not care about y'all. I will respectfully watch from a distance. So I don't know why everyone's worried about them not being in the dining hall, but everyone else is, yeah. Yes. But it's been a while. I was too late. I'm sorry. Okawa, have you seen anyone besides us when you came here? What happened here? Mikako-chan, don't you think it's weird? You came this late, but we're the only ones that arrived in the dining room. She's right. I mean, she's Right. Hey, is it okay if we keep waiting like this? Something seems off. Isn't it better if we go and find the others? Yeah, I agree. We should look around. Yeah, then let's start by looking for Hikaru and Kanata first. Somehow this feeling, it's like I can. Nope, I did this before last time. Nope, never mind. It's not the lyrics to the song. It's not the lyrics to the song. It's not the lyrics to the song. It's like it feels like a feeling that seems like everything's already too late. Oh, damn. Aggressive knocks. Now I'm scared. Nada, are you inside? If you are, please answer me. This is weird. Hikaru's silent too. I don't think both of them are in the rooms. Where do they even go at this time? If it's not in the dormitory, let's check the school. I think it's best to hurry. Yeah, Mikako's right. Guys, let's go and find them on the school side. Ooh. I tried not to let this anxiety get over myself and decided to stay calm and look for them in school with everyone. Alright. Let's save. Ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen. Ooh. Bacteria. No one on the first floor thing would be better if we go on the second floor? Got you. Got you. I've been looking at my tier list, by the way, the one that I made after finishing V3, and not gonna lie, 2020. Ooh, Kenji, no! Kenji, wake up! Kenji, how did this happen? I don't really know myself. I just came to the second floor and Kenji was down the floor like this. My goat. What's all this? What? Kenji, you're dead. He's still breathing. Him down. Whoa. Kenji, are you okay? Oh, push himself up. This is what happened to me. Hey Kenji, what happened to you? He asked that. They smoked him. Hey, they tried to at least. They tried to smoke him. Why did you get hurt like this? I was definitely heading to the library at night. Does anyone know what time it is now? At night? Got knocked out for 10 hours? They hated him for ore farming? So true. It's been roughly, I think it's around 8:15. Kenji, let's wipe the blood first. Here's a handkerchief. Ah, now he's back to his ore farming ways. Thank you. I can go back to ore farming now. By the way, Akane, it seems you're getting better. Are you okay now? Look at him, stand-up guys, asking about her instead of taking care of himself. W-mans. Ah, yes. That's thanks to the others. I made up my mind somehow. We can talk about that later. More importantly, what the hell happened here? Kenji. Who did? Damn, I forgot my gimmick. I was gonna space her words out when she does this, and I immediately forgot that I was doing that. Who did this to you? I'm sorry. I do not know either. I remember walking towards the library at night, but suddenly I felt a pain in my head from behind. I can't remember. I mean, someone attacked Kenji? Honey, I'm gonna let you get that one off for free because you just got back to your regular self. But what else could that even... I said I was gonna give that to her. Well, I guess, but attacking like this is enough to stun someone. Doesn't mean a kill. Yeah, this wasn't a kill attempt. W-cope. This could mean that a tragedy is about to happen again. A motive breaks someone's mind and forces the worst act to try and commit murder. She's just a girl. Like I said, she just got back to her regular self. I'll let her off the hook this one time. Wait, where are the others? Where's Tsurugi, Rei, Katana? Canada and Kakaru. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Damn. What? That sounds like... I heard it on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor? Something else happened upstairs? Ooh, damn. What the hell is happening? Ray, please be okay, ma. Yeah, Ray, I still need to do your 1 free time event. Please don't die. Is that gunshots? Yo, if it is, it's weaponizing the automated turret system that the school has for like rules violation. I actually, unironically, I think that would cook as a case where someone weaponize the fact that if you break a rule, you get put down, and like force someone to break a rule, and it still ties back to them because they're the one that like forced that student, like made that student break the rules. I think that'd be a cool little way to spice up for a case. What if Monokuma gave Tsurugi a gun? We are cooked. We are effectively cooked. Yeah, no. He already sees us as criminals, alright? If you give him a gun, he will treat us like, and he will treat us like every cop with a gun, alright? Yeah, I haven't probably checked those whole 2nd floor yet, and I'm worried about Kinji's condition. You guys, are you looking for the others who didn't arrive at the morning's breakfast? Yeah, I'm not sure about Tsurugi, but we can see Katana, whatever, and or Kakaru. I forgot to say her name all of a sudden. What happened? Maybe it has something to do with the sound on the 3rd floor. Maybe. Dog, I'm gonna let you get one for free too, because you also suffered break. By the way, my enter is cooked. It is pressed down, and I'm trying to unpress it down because it's gonna skip dialogue. It's stuck. Help. 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 Okay, wait. I think I fixed it. Oh my god, I've never seen that. Okay, wait. Okay, I think we're good. It was this enter key. The one in the number. What the fuck uses a number pad anymore, by the way? Anyways, there was this enter key that was cooked. But we're good. Alright. We're gonna we're going to Alright, okay. Okay, and then he says there's something to do in the 3rd floor. Right, okay, what I was gonna say is I'm gonna let him get that one off for free because he's clearly suffering from the concussion that he got. If you say some stupid shit like that ever again, Kinji, swear to God. Alright, the next thing he says, I'll help you guys too. Please let me join you search. Maybe. Don't diss data. I will actually. Pick a struggle. Either you're not observant or you don't know how to use a phone. You can't be both. But Kinji, aren't you hurt? Will your body handle it? This degree won't be an issue. It's just a slight bump on the back of my head. Alright, and then there's no problem at all? Oh, you said you didn't see Katana. In that case, I need Katana's ability to get the appropriate care. I'm assuming is the next word. Oh, treatment. So finding her remains the same objective. I mean, if it's just a slight bump in the head, that's true. You don't need to see a doctor for that. Okay, this is when the noise happened again. Is this what he said? Nope. Teruya says, what the hell is that noise? It's terrifying. I don't know what it is, but I think we should move quickly. Oh, okay, cool. That's on Glee. Then let's divide into 2 groups. One group will investigate the 3rd floor. The other will investigate the 2nd floor. I think this would be good. Then I'll stay on the second floor and investigate. Let's split up, gang. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I'll stay on the second floor too. I'm kind of like scared of that sound wherever it is. Yo, realest character ever. If I was in this situation, you best believe I'm staying on the second floor. Y'all have fun on the third floor. Then I'll be in the third floor group. I'll stay on the second floor. The second floor is wilder than the third, so wouldn't it need... Oh, it's wider than the third, so wouldn't it need more people? And I'll stay on the second... Oh my god, I got delegated to going up on the third floor. Cooked. Then the rest of us are going with the third floor. It's just me. It's literally just me. Everyone else is staying on the second floor. I'm on the third floor with us. I didn't say anything, but I feel pretty determined. Well, it doesn't matter now. Somehow, we have to quickly secure everyone's status on each room and identify who attacked. Oop! Owie! If it's decided, then let's move. I feel uneasy about something. If you find the others, come down here and let us know. Be careful, everyone. Damn. Yo, someone's getting fucked up. Someone is getting fucking... Oh my god. I decided to go up to the third floor with Mikako and Kinji following along. Monokuma released a Resident Evil-ass monster, bruh. Mr. X! Oh, after being blown to smithereens by Leon and Claire, he spawned in Hope Speak Academy. Coming to the third as the ultimate zombie. Yep. Coming to the third floor. See from here clearly it's in the art room. It certainly is. So, what we doing? In addition to the art room, I'll have to survey elsewhere. Then, shall we act separately here? Splitting up and then splitting up again. Famously a good idea. I'll take a look in the art room. You guys have a look somewhere else. It doesn't matter, but be careful. Maybe the person who attacked me could be here. Honestly, I don't believe it. That is one of us. But we already experienced it twice. The people you've been living with, they try to kill each other. I'll be okay. Just check what the sound is. Now then, let's move. Autobots, roll out. Oh my god. The origin of the sound is here. It seems like no one has found it yet. Well, let's first find out what that sound really is. Yo. Is this missing? I feel like this is missing. Oh, the whole room. Wait, was this always... I thought it was blood, but is it always like that? Has full installation. Okay, there's no doubt the loud sounds coming from inside of the locker. An unknown sound and the fear. But more than that, curiosity. I wanted to see what was inside of it. And when I opened the door of the locker, there was... Ah! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Ray! She was kicking for her life. Oh, that's what the sound was. She was trying to kick the door open. What the fuck? Ray? She was in a state where the usual neat and refined look was off, the hair was loose, and the blouse was loose, and the glasses was sprawled, and her whole body was bound. Red, I'm sick. That loud sound was made by Ray. Yeah, she was trying to break open the locker. Why are you like this? Who did this? Alright, Yuki. No excuse. In fact, you started pissing me off yesterday. She has tape over her mouth. If you don't take the tape off. Not only that, Ray was bloody. At first I thought she was like Kinji, but when I looked closely, it looked like this blood wasn't coming from Ray. It was a bloody cloth that was buried inside the locker. Oh. Why? Who did this? I'm pissed. Oh, okay, I'll release you now, so don't move too much. Cooked. Ray, what happened here? Before that, give me your right hand. Okay. Come on, shut up and quickly show me your right hand. Ooh, she's already in investigative mode. Couldn't tell why, but when I pressed my right hand on Ray's hand without delay, Ray took a while wrapping her hand around with my own and observing for something. It's not you either. What? Why'd you need my right hand? Nothing you need to know. More importantly, incompetent, tell me what time it is and what's the current situation right now. So the killer grabbed her hand like this, and the killer has something in the right hand for her to be like, oh, it's not you. Interesting. Damn, she's on it, right? What's the current situation right now? What? She was incarcerated while being bound by someone, and she's asking about the situations if it's normal for her. Well, it's her, so I guess it's not so random. I think it's roughly 8:25 right now. When we last talked to Kinji, it was around like 8:10, so it took 15 minutes to get up a flight of stairs. Yo, too bad Ayame's dead, because like, yo, Yuki desperately needs to get his fitness up. We got together for breakfast, but some people were unusually late and began to start looking for them. Apparently the gang is you, Akane, Aru, and Teruya, Mikor, Satsuki, Mikako, Kanada, and Kakaru. Was it? Yes. Well, minus who else was missing? In the group we were having for breakfast, but Katana and Kakaru were missing. And then we found Kinji in the second floor. Kinji's also, Tsurugi's still missing. Doctor and a lawyer. A doctor and a lawyer walk into a bar. And they can't say anything because both of them have confidentiality agreements. So they just walk into a bar. Also, if I may ask, Ray, what happened to you? I never expected you to be in such a situation. Shut up. Forget everything you saw. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's definitely my fault. I didn't realize I was going to be targeted so sudden. You were attacked by who? That killer. Well, you soon find out who it was. The one who dared to touch me. I'll leave them with the greatest regret in their life. And what's this bloody locker about? This blood isn't from you, right? You don't know? Hey, we don't have time to be chatting. I heard this situation from you. I believe this is a very, I believe this is the very climax moment. I'm going to investigate. Well, there's nothing to investigate yet, Ray. But pop off. Wait a minute. Damn it. What the hell's going on? Well, at least I confirmed that Ray is safe, so let's go find the others. Eat. Okay, so the curtains are bloody for whatever reason. Ray, hang on a second. Huh? What else do you want? I don't have the luxury to talk to you right now. You hear me? Can't you figure out the situation already? That's not it. I wanted to know what you were doing last night. Wow, I know how stupid you are, but if you don't feel sorry for your friend's life, then you don't mind running around and talking to me right now. What does that mean? A life? I would... No way. It was uncertain in my voice, but in my mind, I fully understood word by word. Kinji being attacked by someone, Ray being imprisoned, and a bloody locker. And the puzzle was the puzzle was completed with all the conditions to set the worst possible outcome. And right after that... What was that? What is this? Someone scream? Yo, that's a new scream effect. Oh my god. Maeda. Ray. I found one. That was her scream? Oh my god. Mikako. Seems you encountered some problems. Definitely. Please, help me. To the science lab. Need my help? Why in the science lab? Looks like something happened. Since it's an emergency, I'll help you out. Move. Yes. Mikako complexion didn't look so good, and that made me even more anxious. I really wonder what's going on. Maybe it's just they're just having a party in the science room, you know. Walter White and Jesse Pinkman are, you know, they're cooking their next batch. That's what Mikako walked into, and she's scared because, like, not only are they in Japan when they operate in the States, they somehow broke into Hope Speak Academy, which means that there's bound to be an exit somewhere, you know. What's happening in the science lab? Could it be related to that scream earlier? Maeda, you're here. It looks like you found Ray too. I want to ask about what happened about that sound, but for now, we have bigger issues on our hands. Also, you may have guessed, Mikako went to the casino, and I tried to investigate the science lab, but the door wouldn't open. Wait, so then what was the scream then? I thought it was a science lab. How do you know this was... Whatever. Oh, I heard the scream inside. Okay, never mind. I heard a scream in the science lab while trying to open the door. Ada, help us here. Okay. On guard! What the hell was blocking the door? Oh, I can't. It's not moving at all. Well, what do we do? Should we go back with the others on the second floor? We heard a scream here. Are we going to just leave it at that? We can't just give up. Again? Oh my god. Yo. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? Another scream. Who is it and what's going on in there? That sound. Can you hear it? When I listened to Mikako's words and focused on the sounds in the science lab made, I heard a strange, unusual sound. This is a water sound, isn't it? Water. It sounds like something is flowing when I hear it. But what do you do if the door doesn't open? It's all in vain. Hey, come here for a minute, you people. I'm gonna blow it up. Ray pointed and looked closely at the blurry window on the door in the science lab. You stupid fools, the sliding door is blocked with something from the inside. It'll never open. I thought it was weird, but I also thought it was something was wrong. They blocked it with something? Are you saying that the inside is closed? Well then, how did the killer get out if it's closed? Oh my god, it's a locked room murder mystery. Someone called Kyoko to explain all the conditions. Kyoko would have had a field day with this. But then, it would be even more difficult to open the door. That's not gonna happen. Oh, that works. Never mind. That works as well. That's awkward. As Ray said that, she raised her elbow to the door of the science lab to break the window. Ray, are you sure you can do that? Is this not considered vandalism? It's okay, vandalism is caused by force... What? By force majeure, which involves in the incident in Monokuma's eyes, that is. I'm just going to assume that it's the same logic that they use in Trigger Happy Havoc, where the room doesn't have a lock, therefore you're not forcing it to open. Because I don't think this room also had a lock, so, you know. As she said that, she put her arm inside the broken window, shoving the thing that was blocking the door. I should do something simple as this, incompetent ones. Now it's unlocked. Open it. Like Ray said, the door to the science lab opened with a sound, Diva. And the first thing we discovered was... Oh. It's flooded. Right. So whoever's inside is dead. How did they scream, though? What is this? Water? When I opened the door to the science lab, water flooded from the inside. The inside was full of water when we entered the room. It was a watery state, so that at least our ankles were submerged. Damn. The water in the science lab is... What's going on? We were trying to check the state of the room. Don't go in! Stay away from the water! Why? Ray shouted urgently in a serious mood, and I unwillingly stepped away from the water pit in the science lab. Sorry guys, I'll have to say God. Ravenpaw, you cooked it. The entire Hope Street Academy budget is now completely blown out of proportion because of this. Why, Ray? This is how they ended up. If you're curious, look inside the science lab. You'll understand what I mean. I'm sorry. Ray's voice sank in like it was subdued. When Ray, who is usually hard to beat, makes a voice like this, it can only mean when she witnesses someone's death. Being careful not to be touching the water pit, quietly, I move my gaze into the science lab. Okay, what's in the water? The scenery that came into view from there. It was horrifying. Oh my god. It was utter despair. Oh. Oh. My god. What am I looking at? Where are her arms? Where are her what kind of Resident Evil shit? Her whole body is tied up and burned. Burnt. The body of Katana Nori, the ultimate surgeon, above her head, I think? Oh, okay. It was unbelievable despair. But then why can't we touch the water? I'm confused. Is it gas? Is it not water? Is it just gas? Jesus Christ. This is a lie, right? It's a lie! Why is Katana... Fuck, even in her death. Why is Katana... Oh my... Never mind. I'm so happy she's dead. I'll never have to, like, think of Katana versus Katana ever again. Whew. Why is she... I can't accept the scene that was in front of me. My eyes. I couldn't accept the scene in front of my eyes, but as soon as I was able to face reality by a sense red. It seems like it's like a grilled squid, but the smell was even more nauseous. The smelling of burnt flesh. Oh. That's not a very ultimate lucky student of him. Unbelievable. Wait, so what's the timeline here? Because if the whole body was submerged in the water, right? How does the scream come from the inside? And if it wasn't, how fresh is the body, right? Because that looked like a pretty fucked up body. So like, how recently did she just die? It feels like a dream scene because Inori, who was smiling brightly with us until yesterday and talked to us, became like this. Inori, who was so kind to us. As a doctor, Inori... By the way, she leaked the shit out of Ayame's injury, by the way. So she was not a good doctor whatsoever, but let's just pretend that she was because she was the ultimate surgeon. As a doctor, Inori, who worked very hard to take care of everyone's health. It was then that the sound reminded me that this is our reality. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck I saw. That it was just an hour into the stream and she didn't find the body. Maybe I legitimately did just hallucinate that. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta hop on. But now that I'm here, I might as well just do some of the investigation as well. The body discovery announcement. That means that there's zero possibility that she's alive. Inori is dead. Why? Tell them that it's human. I just found out that's a Michael Jackson song. The whole... Oh no, Inori. Anyway, hi Ray. Glad you're okay. Who the hell... Who would do this? Why do you ask? It's only natural. By the way, where the hell is Tsurugi at? I don't know who yet, but there's a person who wants to get out here by any means. This is nonsense. Leaving us so suddenly. There wasn't even time to save her. I'm really sorry. I don't know. Even so, the body was found. Why don't we start searching? Tsurugi pissed me off and he ain't even on my screen. Oh, why don't we start searching? We need to prepare. Search. It's starting again. Last try. But you just said that we can't touch the water. Why can't we touch the water? I think that's like the first thing we should address here. We need to face this terrible despair once more. If we can, identify the culprit who killed her, and we'll face punishment due to the class trial of reckless rules. Did you mention that the rest of the people were downstairs? They must have heard the BDA, so they'll come here soon. If you don't want to die, get ready to investigate. Yes, there's no time to even be sad. It was the same when Kyoka and Kazuna died. Well, I don't think anyone's losing sleep about Kazuna. Once again, we have to overcome sadness. We must overcome despair. However, this despair would not end with this. C5? The hell's that? C5. It was no ordinary despair. Oh, the text. That's code for the text. Right. Okay. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin. What? Huh? That was... Wasn't it a BDA again? Another body? Perchance. Even Ray confused. No, it's just... No, something's wrong, right? Inori's body's BDA just rang, right? Why is there another announcement? The only one thing I can think of. This is quite unprecedented. What are you talking about? Ooh, even she's shook. I like how expressive she is. She don't be saying shit, but she really is expressive. Mikako. I have a bad feeling. We should join with the others on the second floor. Double murder? Holy shit. What happened? I might already know, but until I check it out with my own eyes, I won't believe it. There's no way. Such a worse situation could never happen. It is chapter 3, Ravenpaw. It is. Ooh, oh, my god. Oh my god. Akane, Teruya, Maeda, what's going on? What happened to you? That's blood. Akane and Teruya appeared astonished in front of the library as they stood there. Did someone explode? It's so hilarious that Teruya didn't want to investigate the third floor because he was uber scared of the noise. Come to find out, the third floor is chill as hell in compared to whatever the hell is going on in here. The front of the library was covered in blood. A huge amount of blood in the body locker I saw in the arm room, and all started to overlap a little in my head. Obviously, Nori didn't have any noticeable trauma. He made it rank twice. Nice party hasn't seen Nori's body yet. So appalled. Me, who was desperate to know, Akane quietly pointed at the library with a finger. Alright, who's the second body? Quietly, breathing deeply as to not indulge reason in my mind and opening the door to the library. I'm scared. No matter what I see here, I have to prepare to open the door, and what I saw on the other side was, without betraying my expectation, the despair in the library greeted me. Jesus. Oh my god. Is that a severed head? Is his head severed? My lawyer dog. Well, I guess you could say he couldn't get ahead in life. No, too soon. Got you. Too soon. Lying in a pool of blood as was the body of the ultimate lawyer, Kakaru Yamaguchi, greeting me. Honestly, he was mid though, low key. I was about to say he was a fraud and a half. When I started playing the game, I immediately wanted to finish his free time events because I did not want to like have him die before I can finish it. But then like the first trial happened and I realized how much of a fraud he was, and suddenly I did not care if he died before I finished my free time events with him. Dead. Maeda, wake up! Oh, hey. They cut his head off though. That's metal as hell. I think I lost consciousness for a while. That was because of watching so many shocking scenes back and forth. This is crazy. Where the hell is Tsurugi? So no head. Where's Tsurugi at though? I was in front of Yamaguchi's dead body in the library, and there was Akane in between. Hey, what's the situation right now? I was worried because you found his dead body and you went silent. Sorry. Your party went to the third floor to investigate, came back and found his corpse, and now everyone else went to the infirmary to take care of Kinji. Like everyone but Tsurugi, bro. I mean, to be fair, who's equipped to kill the ultimate cop, right? They do some like combat training, right? Who realistically, Kakaru, he's fucking dead. Aoyama can probably like evade him. Well, she died. The sniper, she was the first one to go out. And Tsurugi, what's wrong with Tsurugi? Did you guys find him? Yes, I'll explain what happened. Our investigation on the second floor, our team found a pit of blood in front of the library while investigating the power room, training room, etc. I went to the library, but Yamaguchi and Tsurugi were both covered in blood, and they were both on. Oh, never mind. Someone did, in fact, hack Tsurugi. Never mind. I'll shut up then. Clearly, someone has the expertise to attack Tsurugi. Even Tsurugi was covered in blood? Yes, at first I was surprised. I feared they both died because BDA ranked twice. Ray would fold Tsurugi in half on God. The problem with that is that she was tied up and shoved into a locker, so it couldn't have been her. I feared they both died because the BDA rang twice, and I thought Tsurugi died as well, as he was treated as a corpse count. That's not right. Another BDA rang because we discovered another body. I heard they were talking about the Katana-chan. It's too painful to lose so many friends in a single night. Bro, it is like 10 a.m. What are you talking about, night? Oh, because they died with... Right. Yes, they did die at night. Yes. But we can't grieve now. I haven't started my investigation yet, but I'll come back to talk about it at the class trial soon. So let's do our best, Maeda. We don't know who it is, but there's probably one of us who killed 2 of our friends. There's no probably about it. One of you did kill 2 of y'all. Can't even look at the body due to the shock of death of Inori and Yamaguchi, and Akane's eyes seem full of solid determination. I want one fan game. One fan game. I don't know if there is a fan game like this, and if there already is, I apologize, but I want one fan game to do a double murder, but to use the V3 rules where only one of the killers get executed, because I would love to see how the dynamic changes when the rest of the cast has to interact with someone who, by all intents and purposes, were fully okay with all of them dying just last chapter. They would be like the obvious target in the next chapter after they survive, but I still want to see that dynamic play out. Like I am on my knees begging for someone to do that. I gotta go now, but good luck on the investigation you do with the stream. Alrighty, Ravenball, thanks for stopping by. Even though it was mixed with sadness, Akane had gotten stronger. What? It's the same for all of you. You have to overcome the death of your friends. You guys are stronger than me, where I am just shocked and trembling. No, I'm not strong. That's a lie. It's a lie. But what was said to me yesterday from Mikako-chan made me realize what I had to do. I was saved by Ami-chan in exchange for her life, right? So I vowed no matter what, I wouldn't die here. Be sure to survive here and to repay Ami-chan's wish. Hey. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean I'll go killing. It means that I want to escape with everyone together. I know, don't worry. However, surprisingly, while talking with her, it seems my worries have calmed down a little. It feels like she really could get out of here someday if she worked together with us. I felt the same way. Okay, yeah, by the way, everyone's late. Said they were treating Uehara and Tsurugi. Uehara was fortunate enough that it was a light wound, but what about Tsurugi? I didn't see him. I'm not sure. He was unconscious even after being taken into the infirmary. What? It looks like he has a big head wound. Besides, in this case, we had to take the role of Kanada-chan and apply the first aid by ourselves. It's bad enough. This is a bad enough situation as it is. Oh, they're here. Yeah, are you okay now, Maeda? You look pretty bad. Yes, somehow. By the way, did you all know about the BDAs? Not only Yamaguchi and Library, but Nori on the 3rd floor was also dead. This is too cruel. Poor girl. It is regrettable, but what has already happened is irreversible. So we have no choice in the matter. We have to find the killer in order to live. Oh, where's Tsurugi? Kinji seems to be fine now. Tsurugi is still in a... What? Still in a coma. There's no signs of him waking up, so we gave the first aid and put him on the infirmary bed. I'm worried. But was the first aid effective? I thought it would be difficult because a katana was missing. Well, to be specific, I didn't do anything, and Tori was the one who applied it. I couldn't do it either, so I just organized the supplies and handed him over the first aid kit. It's surprising, Tori. You have more talent than we thought you had? I can't tell if that's a compliment or an insult. Well, I've also sold medical products in the first place, so yeah, I have the knowledge. But compared to Katana, I'm not even close. 2 friends have died, and we have no choice but to investigate this. Some trying to lighten up the mood more than usual to get as much energy as possible. Thanks for the situation to improve however little it could. Woohoo! Everyone seems to have gathered, so it's okay to show up. It's everyone's favorite idol, Monokuma friends. Mono. I really want to hit this bear real hard. Finally showed up, Monokuma. Why are you so late? Oh, pooh, sorry. I tried to show up right away and give it to you, but you guys made things even more complex. You tried to give it. Yes, a body was found, you know. 2 of them, too. A Monokuma file 31 should not be given. 3 minus 1. This time, there are 2 victims in particular, so I paired 2 Monokuma files. 3-1 belongs to Yamaguchi, and 3-2 belongs to Misanori. Hey, does the number mean anything? For example, order of death? What? How do you guess that? It would be fun to say, but it's not really in that sense. That number attached to the Monokuma files is based on all the members gathered, and it's only 1 because of all the members are gathered in the current library. And not all of them because Super Cop is missing. Tsurugi is on a trip to Dreamland, so he can't help it, sadly. What the? The toy's making the mood brighter for no reason. It is unfortunate that the murder happened in the morning, but that's why it burns more, isn't that right? Now then, I'll be going on ahead and leave the next Monokuma file to the other body. I hope you guys will do your best for your sacrificed friends. Now wait a minute, even so, don't you think it's too much to say that the culprit kills 2 people? The culprit murders this way. They could be many victims in the future. If they commit 3 murders, we will all die. That sounds like it, but that's what I want to ask too. The situation was quite unexpected for me too. If a slaughter is allowed as a rule, a crazy person can continue to commit serial killings, right? That's the point, huh? I never really thought about it like that. That's crazy. You're completely irresponsible. Does it really matter? Serial murder is an event that can't be left out of mystery, right? The blocking such as thrilling and heart-pounding events is a sin too. What? Doesn't matter at all. Just being exposed to the horror of murder makes someone crazy enough. But now you can be a serial killer. Alright. Then I'll add it to the school regulations. It is forbidden to kill another person after investigation has taken place, and there can only be up to 2 people that the blackie can kill. Are we done yet? You should erase the up to 2 people part. It can't be helped because this killer has already killed Yamaguchi and Misanori. The 2 people are fine. Serial killing is so much more fun that it can't be missed. So, how much do you like serial killings? This means that it was the same person who killed Kakaru Yamaguchi and Katana Inori? What do you mean? What I mean is, criminal A kills Kakaru Yamaguchi and criminal B kills Katana Inori. However, looking at Monokuma's words, that possibly disappeared. Yes, well, it looks so novel and interesting. Unfortunately, I can't allow that, even if 2 cases happen at the same time. If the person who committed the first murder comes out, I will personally stop the second one myself. Interesting. Well, even if there are 2 criminals, there wouldn't be just 1 or 2 difficulties in the class trial. The overlapping object of murder converges to 0 in the first place. Whatever. You would ask me to do something about that, but what can you do? In the end, this is the game. The people who play it would have to be blown the hell out of it. So this is how it really goes, you guys. Please do your research. See you at the class trial. Eventually, as usual, Monokuma only said what needed to be said and disappeared. As Monokuma disappeared, there was a moment of silence in the library. Hey you guys, I heard earlier you said that Tsurugi was in a coma. Huh? Yeah. He's on the bed in the infirmary. What about Tsurugi? He can't wake up for the class trial like this. I think Monokuma will handle that. It is a bit painful that a brain like Tsurugi couldn't investigate and proceed to trial. Idiots. You will soon come to realization that all of you who openly depend on the Psycho Cop. What? We'll show you we can handle it. Is that right? Me and you guys have fundamentally different ways of thinking. As evidence of that, I've already completed the investigation of the trial and about the body of Kakaru Yamaguchi. As for you guys, you only went to infirmary, so what did you do? So what, are you trying to brag about it? Oh, I'm worried about you getting in the way. Criminal, I don't know who you are, but you think you're pretty intelligent, aren't you? Aiming for Tsurugi. Now then, you better try your best. I'm going to science lab, so don't disturb me. Ray left the library and we nodded, facing each other. Everyone is in the same pain after losing 2 of our friends. However, as always, you have to overcome it. The film was uncovered in the class trial, and to survive the situation won't face the same end. It's natural that I want to sit down and feel sorry, but I have already experienced it twice. Again, we have to overcome it because I have no choice but to. Because what must be done, you have to stay determined. Investigation. First, let's summarize the basis for this case. This time, unlike the previous two incidents, there were 2 victims, and the places where the bodies were found were also quite distant. The library on the 2nd floor and the science room on the 3rd floor. Overall, there's a need for large-scale investigations going back and forth between the 2nd and 3rd floors. About tools, I don't know yet, but as previous experience, the killer may have procured tools from different places. As Ray said, Tsurugi is very helpful in cases. It's embarrassing. Even if you ask Ray, I don't think she would answer any questions to us. Yeah. No, I shouldn't give up because we don't have Tsurugi with us. He may wake up soon, and we must do everything we can without Tsurugi. The investigation radius has been roughly organized. Then, as always, let's begin with the Monokuma files. The estimated time of death of the victim, Takaru Yamaguchi, is about 8:40. Huh. That was literally just now. Okay. With a sharp cut from the back of the neck to the uvula. The weapon is presumed to be something sharp with no other visible trauma. As usual, though, it was a Monokuma file with so little information. If the time of death is 8:40, it was right after we found Inori's body. If so, Inori died before Yamaguchi. As it turns out, Inori was still screaming faintly when we were standing at the door of the science lab, which proves she was still alive until then. And this means Inori and Yamaguchi were killed almost simultaneously in real time. Makes sense that they were murdered. Now hold on. Isn't that a little strange? We opened the door to the science lab, only a large amount of water flooded out of the corridor, and there was no other person in it. Who only murdered was it? I haven't seen Inori's Monokuma file yet. I'm able to confirm it to be true, but Yamaguchi's intake is said to be something sharp, and there's a cut deep enough to cut the entire neck. But what can this kind of wound be done remotely? This is what I call a real-time murder, maybe. There's a possibility that someone who was investigating the 2nd floor pretended to find the body after killing Yamaguchi on the spot. Even with this kind of suspicion, I'm so rotten. It's not a joke, so I have to rule out any kind of scenarios. Huh. Okay. It was this kind of wound, and there was no other trauma involved, so it seems like this must have been an immediate death. This is what I can confirm from the Monokuma files so far. But for now, let's search the library and science lab and focus on the Monokuma file. And if we find, yeah, okay. Let's see. How long is this investigation? So this is an hour. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. We can do it. Assuming that it is just an hour. Okay. Alright, but I am not convinced that there's nothing here. What is near the library? You can enter and leave, but the store is locked. Alright, let's do the obvious. This is interesting though. It seems like he died the minute he opened the door, no? That's the series of events. He opened the door, he stumbled, and he died. Oh, Maeda. Akane, what are you doing? Is there something in the hallway? Well, that's not exactly right. The smell of the blood is still here, and I keep looking at the body. I just get sick of it. Oh, are you okay? the body, of course. Silly me, tricks are for kids. Are you okay? You don't have to overdo it. Oh no, everyone's working hard. I can't be the exception. Class trial will start soon. It's alright. Then why don't you answer a few questions for me, Akane? Oh, you want to ask me something? Yeah, when Mikako, Kinji, and I went to investigate the third floor, would you like to tell me what happened on the second floor at that time? Yeah, she should know from this at least. Almost at the same time BDA rang. Tsurugi fainted. It's full of holes that my own eyes didn't see. Okay. I can help with this. That's simple enough. But there's not much to tell. You were shaken when we found the body, and we started investigating. Okay. I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, Maeda, but there's something I was confused about. Is it okay to say it? Sure, what is it? Kanata-chan said you found her in the science lab. You said you found her in the science lab, right? I stopped by the science lab just before nighttime last night too. However, at that time the door was locked. Yes, we had to break open the door, so this makes sense. Yes, you think it's related to the case? Yes, most certainly. It's true the door didn't open when we found her body. It was blocked with something like a clasp. Even so, she said the door was already closed before nighttime began yesterday. I think I'll take it for reference. Thank you, Akane. Was I helpful? I'm glad then. Oh, by the way, why did you go to the science lab just before nighttime yesterday? Oh, that's because last night I did a bit of mincemeat in it. Oh, and I tried to use scissors on my wrist. Oh, they're from the science lab. Right. I was insane back then yesterday, so I went back to science lab to pick up the scissors. I understand it now. Thanks, Akane. Before nighttime yesterday, science lab was already closed. What does that mean? I have to go check it out. Alright. Let's do this. It's a huge blood trail from Yamaguchi's body to the library door. Was this all Yamaguchi's blood? There seems to be something wrong with this. I didn't want to look at, but I've seen a situation similar to this. It was dark back then, so I couldn't see well. Kazuna shed such a tremendous amount of blood and died. However, there are more from Yamaguchi's in terms of quantity because blood leads all the way to the corridor. This is true. When I was in 8th grade, I was in 7th grade. I think it was 8th. I fucked up my foot placement, and then I fell, and then I scraped my chin onto this rock structure that my school had, and it fucked up my chin. And it was like the tiniest cut ever. It didn't really fuck up my chin. It was like a V cut, like right here. And it was literally just a tiny V cut, right? And the blood that was pouring out of it from that tiny little cut was actually insane. Insane enough to cause me to worry. Then when I went to the doctor's like, oh yeah, that's normal because this area has like a ton of blood in it. So this checks out. Also, this in case of Kazuna's case, there are 2 wounds on the neck and the other in the stomach. It was also discovered several hours after death, so it was already bleeding. Less than an hour after death, no matter how deeply you're injured, can this amount of blood come from your neck? Yes. Only that. Well, it's probably not that amount of blood, but you know, I'm not put off by this as Yuki is. Only that, the shape of the blood is also a little strange. The shape looks as if the body of Yamaguchi was brought into the library from outside. Check this out for a bit. Huh? When I slightly lifted Yamaguchi's body and looked at the floor where he was lying down, I immediately felt a sense of discomfort. Its corpse brought from the outside. There should be no blood under Yamaguchi's corpse. But that's what I see here. Blood spots are all over Yamaguchi's body. Thanks to that, Yamaguchi's stomach and chest were wet with blood. The shape of the bleeding itself certainly feels like dragging the corpse to the floor from the outside. So if so, there can be no blood left under the corpse like this. No, before that. If there is blood under the body, it means that there was blood here before Yamaguchi fell. Is that right though? However, Inori didn't really seem to bleed. Then this blood must be Yamaguchi's. Okay, so someone fucked up Tsurugi first, which caused that blood. And then Kikaru saw it, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he ran towards him, and that's when he got fucked up. I don't know, I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused at what happened here, because he died like 2 seconds ago. I don't really know, but I noticed something strange with the situation with the blood sea in the library and Yamaguchi's body. I'll mark it down and discuss with the others at the class trial. What's this blood spot? Next to me is Yamaguchi's blood goes all over the library. It's not strange that there could be blood spots in the library following this idea, but the blood just spot looks kind of different. It's only one away from Yamaguchi's corpse. This blood spot is Tsurugi's, right? Amanda, what are you doing sitting on the floor? Oh, Haru, do you know where this blood stain comes from? Alright, that's where, yep. Is this the place you found him? Well, when we entered the library, Yamaguchi was there as you can see it, and Tsurugi was lying in the position of unconscious. You didn't know because you didn't see him here. That's right, I heard that Tsurugi was struck in the head and bleeding, but you mean he spilled this much blood? He thought it was a joke. Teruya had to disinfect and bandage him, so it's okay for now. But at first, thought he was really dead. Tsurugi lying in this position. Then, I can't imagine that Tsurugi knocked down someone else's head in the back. When and how did the killer attack Tsurugi to stun him? And if it's enough to make you bleed this much, why did they stop with only that? Yamaguchi and Nori were the only ones who were killed, even though there was an obvious malice behind it. The fact that a black can kill up to 2 people since it was added later as a rule, the criminal wouldn't know about this. If Tsurugi wakes up, I should ask him. Hello? Okay. Alright, man. Fancy ass investigation music. Hello. Killing 2 people at the same time? How heinous is this person's killer? Of course, it's not me. Don't doubt it. Yamaguchi's corpse stretches loosely on the floor of the library. In contrast to his sloppy body, it was droopy. His pupils were loose and he felt empty. This is a man's death. I've seen it many times already. Real people dying. Yamaguchi, you were the only one. You're the one who we talked to just yesterday. There's no time to be sad. Even for Yamaguchi, we must find out who killed him like this. I decided to investigate Yamaguchi's body. I felt something hard and cold. When my Akuma file, it said that he was cut off by something sharp. Indeed, there's a terrible wound that I could see with my eyes open. Yamaguchi's neck was completely cut out from the back neck to the front. It was surprising it wasn't cut completely, but barely a piece of flesh was left attached. Oh my god. Arguably even worse than just having it completely severed, one might say. What about the nausea that came up and looked at the wound? I've heard that the injured area is ravenously torn by something like a knife or a tool that's usually roughed. It's in Yamaguchi's case, it was cut neatly as if you were cutting paper with a butter knife. I don't know, a cutter knife. I can't see anymore, so terrible. Poor Yamaguchi spilling out a lot of blood like Kazuna, huh? As my stomach was shaking inside, I suddenly felt uncomfortable. Surely the blood in the library is no joke. It ran from the corridor to the body of Yamaguchi and is also protruding from Yamaguchi's body. Right? Yamaguchi's neck doesn't bleed anymore. Looking at the Akuma file, it said that there was no other visible traumas other than the neck wound. The surrender of blood flows from the neck only. Yamaguchi's time of death is 8:40. From this wound, mean death is certain, so even if the wound started bleeding from then, it's not passing an aisle, so why is the blood no longer flowing out from his throat? Right. A couple person already who is no longer here. It seems that after heart stop, blood circulation also stops. If so, in this case of immediate death, the blood should flow even less. Isn't it too early? Similar case when I investigated Kazuna's corpse, there was a little blood coming out from her. However, in contrast, Yamaguchi's body looked very dry already. In less than an hour since the blood has spilled, but the blood has already dried up. I knew something was wrong, but there was no way to think about it anymore because there wasn't Inori or Tsurugi who had a professional insight on these moments. Inori can't speak to us anymore, but Tsurugi's still alive. I should ask him if he wakes up. So our investigation is basically find Tsurugi when he wakes up. Cool. Can't make Michi and Inori dead. I can't even say goodbye. Even so, we must survive for them. Yeah, let's do some more research. There may be something in the bookshelf, so let's leave this place to me. Cool. My goats. Ohara, is your body okay? Don't ever do it so much. No, it was not a deep wound, so I don't mind it. By the way, have you seen the cell phone? Cell phone? The monkey cell phone that you found on the 3rd floor? I thought you were keeping it.
Yeah, I kept it in my top pocket because I didn't know who would need it. But now I realize that the phone is gone.
It disappeared. When was the last time you checked for the cell phone?
It was at least until yesterday night that I recall having it, but after fainting it was gone.
Yeah, that means the killer probably took it.
That is a sinister premonition, but I'd agree. However, the cell phone doesn't seem to be important right now, because first we have to investigate.
I wonder, where did that cell phone go? I inadvertently tried to walk towards the science lab, but was surprised because water from it was filling the corridor now. The water's still leaking from the science lab. And if I just go in, but from what Ray warned me about before, it gives me something to be cautious of. I shouldn't step in this water. Hey, Common, get out of the way quickly. You're obstructing the traffic. Oh, right, you came here, but this water... Are you still talking? Would you get out of the way already? Rage, you said we shouldn't touch the water a while ago. Why are you going through this? And if you're going through, wouldn't it be dangerous to enter here? It's fine to enter now, so feel free to go in. I was talking about come early to put it away. Put it away? You'll know when you enter the science lab. Still, no one seems to be turning off the faucet. You guys simply don't have a clue, do you? You don't even have Tsurugi anymore. What away? The faucets? For the love of God, would you look directly with your own 2 eyes and think in your head at least? It would be nice if I could tell you everything, huh? Interesting. So it's something that's in the air when mixed with water is a dangerous combo. Well, since Ray said that it's safe to walk in the water, I should be confident now. She said, let's see what happens with my own eyes. Eee. Yeah. Oh my god, she was cooked. They cooked her. It was electrified. Oh my god, she was electrocuted. Oh my god. Oh, what a way to go. This is terrible. Oh my god. Actually terrible. Next to Inori's body, Monokuma 32 bought that by that thing. Information about Inori should be written on it. Yeah. Wow. Owie. Victim is Katana Inori. The estimated time of death is about 8:35 a.m. The body was found in the science lab. The cause of death is an electric shock. The body's internal organs have been burned through the wet body because of an electric current for a long time while being bound. For a long time. Terrible. Not a drop of blood was shed, and yet this is the most terrible someone has done to a friend. Even Sonori, who is the smallest and weakest among us. Well, behind us, it's fair to say that we're distressed to have doubts to against another friend. Sorry, to doubt another friend against what? Whatever. The undeniable anger that I feel has risen against the perpetrator, who I don't know who they are yet. It's different for Yamaguchi. He was presumed to have been killed by his neck with one blow, but in Ari's case, was just a victim that was killed in front of our very own eyes. A few minutes ago, there was a single wall between the door and the science lab, and I heard her scream. Her pains, her cries, her agony very clearly. I can't help but feel this anger, but it won't make a difference. Since it was just a Monokuma file that gives me information, I'll have to make use of this. But this alone is not enough information for what can be deduced as of now. Is the time of death is 8:35. She died 5 minutes early, Yamaguchi, and around the time we couldn't open the science lab room. And we were just outside of the room. There's no problem with the time at least. Killing 2 people directly in 5 minutes. That time we were walking between the 2nd and 3rd floors. If we go back and forth between the areas, you would definitely stand out. How could the killer murder 2 people within 5 minutes each? What's this? A wooden stick-like object was floating in the water scene. In the water-filled science lab floor. Oh, that's right. This is what the science lab door did not open because of this thing that Ray moved to open the door. Right. How did the killer get out, though? I know I asked this already, but I'm still confused. When we found Inori's body, we had a hard time because the door to the science room could not be opened, but it seems that the killer used this object to block the door. When I picked it up and checked it close, it was an ordinary wooden stick, but it was very thick, so it would be natural if the sliding door was blocked by something like this. When I looked at the back of the door, I saw it had a space where the wooden board could fit in. If it's closed while standing behind the door, then the closed room scenario would naturally be completed. However, what reason does the killer have for making this a closed room? Reason to lock the room. I keep in mind. Well, to ensure that this scenario will play out, right? Like, to ask the question, how did the killer be in two places at once effectively? Oh, this is cell phone. Deep in the water pool of a science lab, I saw something that I had seen somewhere before. This was Mackie's mobile phone. Probably the cell phone that Uehara discovered the first day when the third floor was open. So they made a timer? No. How do they send a current in here? It has to do something with the time, right? The cell phone that Uehara discovered on the first day when the third floor was open. I haven't seen any other phones. Mackie would be the only ones left. Why is the cell phone in this place? I looked up to the side wondering, but as soon as I saw the screen, I noticed that the phone was not in normal condition. Why is the screen like this? The phone screen was crumpled with a mixture of purple and pink. The clock was turned into a strange language rather than numbers, and the ones wouldn't fit properly. To simply put into word, it's broken. It's only natural because it's underwater. I couldn't hide my disappointment, hoping that I might be able to fix this phone and get in touch with the outside world later on. No, right now, I mean, dog, we had this phone for like 4 days. You didn't do jack shit with it, so you snooze, you lose. Anyways, does this mean the mobile phone was used as some kind of tool for the incident related to this case? Thinking that way, I fiddled with the phone a little more. I noticed a small alarm indicator at the top of the screen. The alarm was set for 8:30, but now it's already off. I set the alarm. Besides, at 8:30, this was just before we tried to open the science lab door, and upon it's very likely the phone was involved in the incident, because it was not only that, there was another tool attached to the phone strap. A taser. Am I to believe that at 8:30 the phone rang, and then immediately after that triggered the taser, which then tased the fuck out of Hinari. If I'm saying this could be the object connected to the cell phone strap was something I've seen in cartoons and movies, an electric shocker. I think it was also called a stun gun. Why are these dangerous objects at a school? No, it seems like they were in storage in the science lab, but that's right. Now I understand what Ray said. Probably because the stun gun was using its power into the water pit. If it entered in that state, there's a high chance that we would have gotten electrocuted, but now it seems like it's not working. It was also because Ray told Monokuma to put it away. More importantly than that is that this is far from a crime scene. According to Monokuma file, Inori's death was caused by electrocution, so it's probably definitive that this was the most likely murder weapon, right? For what reason does it have to be connected to the phone strap? Also, that's not the only weird thing. If you think about this, if the weapon was a stun gun, it means that the killer snuck Ori in with this object, but then contradiction shows up, such as a locked room scenario in the science lab and a crime scene that was done to Yamaguchi. No, there's nothing that suggests that the killer can only attack directly to the victim. Maybe making the science lab out of water like this was to avert an effective crime scene. If electricity goes on while you're immersed in water, you're in a danger zone. The rest to figure out would only be how the killer made the water to be energized and what method did they use. Sometimes Yuki just talks, and I do not have any idea what he's saying. Like, what the fuck does this mean? I also have to speak about this with the others. Sure, man. Sure. What's this? There's one of the tables at science lab, and the faucet allows you to throw away medicines or wash your hands during experiments. But now, I'll just pouring out of the faucet at maximum capacity and it's overflowing. The reason why the science lab was flooded like this was because of the faucet. What a huge waste of water, but now is not the time to think about this. Yuki the environmentalist. I hurriedly turned the faucet off and the water stopped flowing. Oh, there's no reason for the water to fill anything now. Also, this has been done by the killer too. What was the reason? The reason to make the science lab a sea of water. Well, I mean, you know that. Alright. Let's talk to fine, let's see your body, man. Let's see her body. Damn. It's like Nori's body sinking to the water. It seemed like she was in tears. When rescuing the bodies of some of her dead friends with no time to grieve. However, without investigation, the killer has to be identified. In order to survive the class trial, I must investigate. Now I decided to look at the body in order it was based on what was written on the file. Nori's body was so terrible that you couldn't see it with your own eyes open, but for now, all of her clothes and skin were burnt. Her whole body was fixed with several layers of box tape, and her hands were tied with ropes and hung from a table. Nori, in the state of being unable to move, suffered through pain and died. Damn it. I continued investigating while my swearings reached hollowed ears. The tools that were used on Nori. I remember seeing box tapes and ropes in the art room. It seems, for whatever reason, the art room is a place related to the incident. Other than that, I can only think of the fact that the faucet where she is tied to is the same table. There are many miscellaneous tools around us. But what do they have anything to do with the case? The box tape was tightly attached in her shoulders. 5 layers. Damn. Even a strong adult man would make it impossible to tear it off with their own strength. Also, it must have been even harder for Nori, who was small in size, to move. Was there any reason to tie her up to this extent? Just to kill his ideas? What would be it? Looking at it that way, Nori's always been the one in the infirmary since it opened. Maybe there's a clue in that place too. You didn't follow me, did you? At least you listened. While you came in here, you know now. The reason I told you not to come to touch the water and why this place became a pool of water. Yeah, but Ray, I wanted to ask you something different from this. Do you think I'll answer? I'm serious. I have a question. It's when you came here in the art room locker. You asked me to show you my hand as soon as you left the locker room, right? Why'd you do that? I won't answer. However, this is just simple safety no matter what happens. The only thing that lives on is insurance. It's the minimal precaution that's needed. Insurance. The two of us aren't close enough to explain every phrase to you, am I right? Don't worry, the Psycho Cop won't be able to serve you this time, so you should have insurance at least. You'd save me? When you guys feel so clueless that you got no other ways to go on the verge of death, if this asshole shows up in trial, then I'll show you my last trump card. So please make sure that doesn't happen. Ray began to investigate Inari's body again, leaving only an empty silence at the end. It's the moment that she'll no longer speak. At the time, Ray had to make sure to give her my right hand. I took a look at my right hand, but there wasn't anything there. There's something only Ray knows. Yeah, the killer touched her right hand with their right hand, so yeah. Yo. Thank you, killer, for making what is essentially a audio version of popping bubble wraps. This is satisfying as hell. Hey. Okay. Hello, Satsuki. Hey, I should probably do this. It's a locker that contained miscellaneous art tools, but now the inside is covered with blood in a terrible condition. Ray was bound like this in this bloody locker. At the time, Ray's arms and legs were tied with tape and her mouth was taped as well. He was locked from the outside and hit the door of the locker from the inside to try to get out. And the result was a rumbling sound that echoed in the second floor. The killer did all of this, right? Apparently the culprit trapped her here for some reason. Otherwise, you did all this to yourself. It would only create more suspicion. Not only Ray, the attack on Kinji and Tsurugi must have the reasons as well. The bigger issue is this bloody locker. If you think about it, Yamaguchi or Inori's body don't have anything related to the art room. However, what does this blood in the locker room suggest? No matter who's from it. I don't know. No matter whose the blood is from, it's pretty difficult to not miss it. The blood is also dried up. Inori didn't seem to have any bleeding. Yamaguchi said had too much bleeding. He died not too long ago, and Ray was also tied here, but she's not bleeding. If that's the case, it could be Tsurugi's blood. That's my only guess, but Tsurugi got hit in his head. If it comes up from his head, wouldn't he have died? Blood is getting troublesome in more ways than one. I have no choice but to discuss in class trial. Right, right. Huh? This plaster weapon, was it originally here? I thought it was against the plaster on the right. I don't come to the art room often, so I'm not sure about this. I don't know, it's probably just an illusion. When I tried to make that judgment and move my steps, I saw the red spot. Oh, that's definitely from Hikaru's death, right? Sphere, is this blood? That was very notable, but there was a circular red dot on the tip of the long blade. It picked up the spear. I picked up the spear and smelled that part. Well, it's blood. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Yes, fork found in kitchen. I mean, not fork found in kitchen. This is not a fork found in kitchen moment. This is a 1 + 1 = 2 moment, actually. The weapon that killed Yamaguchi was something long and sharp. If it's long, this might be fit for the murder weapon. After using it to kill Yamaguchi, it was returned back to the same place where it was originally, but the location was different because the killer got mistaken. Thinking of the blood on it, it must be something related to the case somehow. Why is the blood in tiny size and circle with splatter? So tiny that I almost missed it. Did it make a small bound from this? No, that would not have caused the blood to splatter in the first place. I haven't figured it out yet. I mean, then there's trash can, right? It's gonna have like a bloody handkerchief or something. That was tissue paper, but look closely, looks like a type of cloth with blood on it, right? Oh, this is her, yeah. Okay, so she was hurt here then, right? That's Katana's blood. Katana's blood. These clothes? No, it's not just clothes. No way. Yes, they were indeed blood-soaked, that it was difficult to recognize the original color, but the pure white color that looked at a glance reminded me this was originally a white gown worn by doctors. White coat is what Nori was wearing. I think about it, Nori's body that I saw in the science lab was not wearing the white coat. To think I would find it in such an unexpected place. No, in fact, it may not be so unexpected. The place where the corpses were found are in the science lab and the library, but the art room is pretty close to the area of the incident. The locker where Ray was found in is the same, this white coat. It seems the blood from the coat has been here for some time. This doesn't feel wet at all. The question is, where did the killer use this white coat? For starters, Nori didn't seem to have any bleeding, so maybe it was used while killing Yamaguchi. No, it can't be. It's too dry to be Yamaguchi's blood. Thought it would be an important clue, so I was able to make a new discovery by investigating every corner of the white coat. Scratch? What? In the pocket of the white coat, I found a crumpled plastic wrap, but then when I opened it carefully, I could see that it was blood-stained. The locker, the library, the white coat, and this. There's so many blood-related clues. What even happened here? Also, when I looked closely, the plastic wrap had a small round hole in the middle, but the meaning was unknown. I guess I have to talk about it in trial. It's possible it was used to prevent blood, but wrapping a plastic for the sake of it would have anything to do with the taste we found. Hiya, Yuki! The hallway is a water bath, and the art room is full of bloody lockers. Why is everything so bad? It seems the culprit this time planned the crime by going from place to place. That's a very intelligent killer. I wonder if Sasuke can win against such a mighty opponent. I'm a little worried. Alright, I think that's it, right? Yeah. Then we have to go to the art room. Let's do the infirmary. See if she left any clues for us. Infirmary. A refrigerator is the place to store transfusion packs, individual store for each type of blood. I'm surprised when I opened the refrigerator. Huh? No way, we don't have any transfusion packs. Alright, so a lot of that's fake? Fake blood? Fake blood? There were no more than 20 fusion packs left the last time I saw them. Who used a transfusion pack recently? No, where would you even use a transfusion pack? Let's think from where did the packs disappear? I recall them being stored properly until yesterday. That leaves, was it the killer's doing? But even the killer is the one. Why did they have the need to take a transfusion pack? They even need fresh blood? Right. I think we're almost done by now, but the culprit's still a mystery, damn it. Maybe more investigation, more comes to call it, so let's continue. Oh! Hey! Guess who's back again. He's back again. No. Tsurugi, you awake? Maeda. Are you okay? What about your bandages? It was in a thin room from what I heard. I don't have time to bother about that. Maeda, did a murder happen? 2 murders, actually. Yeah, just a little while ago. The class trial will begin soon. Tsurugi, I'm glad you woke up. I'm sorry, but I won't have time to relax. I have to see the scene of the case before the trial starts. Maeda, did you do some research? Do you know where the scene is? Singular scene. Right. We need to catch you up, buddy. You should start with the library, science lab, the art room, and the infirmary. Okay, thanks. Tsurugi, wait a minute. What's wrong? I'm sorry, but like I said before, I don't have much time right now. If I go to class trial without knowing what the case is, it's over. I'll talk to you later. But what I'm trying to ask you right now is related to investigation. It's okay if it's simple, right? So please answer me. How the hell did you pass out? I saw a bloody Yamaguchi. Eh? I saw the blood coming from the library, so I went to investigate. Yamaguchi collapsed on the floor in blood. No matter how much forces I see, I couldn't hide my surprise. Taking that little pause, is there a chance someone attacked me from behind? I don't have any memories after that. Yamaguchi died. Wait, you're talking about yesterday. Yesterday at nighttime, right? Yeah. I mean, is Yamaguchi was lying on the floor or bloody since yesterday at night? Correct. If you walk around the scene right away, you'll notice it. So Yamaguchi, he's dead, right? Yeah. Oh, Yamaguchi and Inori also died. What? Inori too? Yeah, we're cooked. We lost our doctor. Covering this case, not a single person. They're a heinous mind that killed 2 people in a single day. This damned asshole. I'll definitely catch this being and punish him. You should go and do some research for that too, so I'll leave now, Maeda. Alright, man. You have fun with the investigation. This is actually good, though. Tsurugi managed to wake up. Will he be okay? Time is already. Alright. What Tsurugi said was somewhat weird. Yeah, he was unconscious in the nights. He was unconscious at nights. Blood packs. Right? And then he was killed with actual blood afterwards, right now in the morning. Still, what Tsurugi said would be a clue to something, so I was going to put that into notice. The more investigate something, the more mystery seems to get deeper. Oh, snap. I like how it's called research now. You know, normally I would translate that to like investigation, but it kind of fucks with how it's called research. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, if we get too close, then the green screen effect kind of gets fucked up. Perfect. Ooh. How about this? When I'm in the stream, anyways, but today. So I'm assuming this is just going to be an eyeless. Yep. Gray matter. Sorry. Me getting distracted by my own green screen? Who would have thought? Hey guys, I'm sorry you had to work so hard in your investigation, however. Mr. Monokuma here is impatient, so why don't we just solve this together? That said, the class trial will now begin. Please gather up at the red carpet door on the first floor as usual. What kind of trial results will be waiting for us in this trial? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it thrilling? I'll be waiting. Time's up, but what about Tsurugi? Yeah, he didn't investigate anything. He just started investigating, but now they're already gathering. It's a bit misfortunate that he was lying down because he passed out. Even without Tsurugi's help, we'll have to work together. Even if I think about it, I haven't even figured out the crime scene properly yet. Damn. This won't make a difference if I stay here. If I'm late, I'll get punished. Let's just go. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there were 8. Upon entering the entrance of the court, most of the guys were already gathered. Miyata, you're here. Oh, Tsurugi's not here yet. Are you the last one? Then did Tsurugi never manage to open his eyes? So there's 9. Eh? What do you mean? Tsurugi's in here? What are you talking about? Did Tsurugi wake up? Yes, he did. I met up with him before I got here. That's true? Thank goodness Tsurugi woke up. But I can't see him. It's a matter of language to not have a class trial that probably masquerading his own personality. However, it's time for the meeting, but he is late because he wants to investigate as much as possible. Isn't that so?
That is like Tsurugi indeed.
No way, but if Tsurugi's the culprit in this case, what is this nonsense deja vu again? Are you just saying that because they're late? Think about it and tell me. Why not? It could happen, right? What? Tsurugi can't be the culprit? I mean, theoretically, yes. Wouldn't it be more fun then? Psycho Cup finally goes to murder with his own hands? Ha ha ha! Ray agrees with my opinion for once, so it wouldn't be strange if the universe explodes. Strangely, it's even more scary when Ray says it. What do you guys enjoy so much about this? What do you enjoy so much about this, Ray? Did you forget? Have you forgotten Lafayette? You accumulate power, you accumulate debt, yet in their hour of need, you forget. In this class trial, you could die. I had no hope that you would change. I had hope that you could change at least a little bit, but you're still the same as ever. Because I know the killer and the trick even before going to trial. All that's left is watch you shovel their grave, right? Huh? You already know who the killer is? Who is it? Why should I tell you? Idiots. Okay, man. And we're going 3 for 3 for her not... I mean, she did lend a hand last time, so I guess... And we have her testimony for this case as well, so we are going to force her to talk. Why should I tell you, idiots? Don't worry, I'll watch you shovel and struggling. I'm not sure if I should say this, but this is the first time I thought about wanting to hit a woman this much. By the way, where's Tsurugi? He's late. Yeah, this is a PSA. Alright, have you all gathered? Good then, let's get started. As always, just take the elevator to go down. The trial's design has been remodeled to look forward to it. But Tsurugi's not here. Huh? Tsurugi's not here. Tsurugi was given a special time bonus due to his fainting condition. That's what I want to say, but since he woke up and started investigating the case, it's presumed that they're going to participate in this class trial. So this is my mistake. He won't get punished, but I'll bring him shortly. And supersonic speed. Oh. Hey. What kind of supersonic speed is this? No, it's just when I was about to search for him, he was already at the door. Tsurugi sure is obedient. You came and I didn't even need to call you. Well, no, you did call us. You just came before you could search for him. Shut the spirit from my eyes already. Your wish is my command. Tsurugi, are you okay? Well, I did as much as investigation as possible compared to the previous cases. The amount of information is extremely sufficient, but... No, I asked if you were okay since you got hurt. Oh, you mean my body? Well, it's fine. I've experienced this much injuries, even once or twice with a snatcher. Hey, it's been a long time, hasn't it, Tsurugi? I didn't expect to see you bleeding out and fainting. I think you're forgetting something. I'm a human being too, so I got caught off guard. Yeah, even I forgot. I didn't even think that he got fucked up. I just assumed that he was off doing whatever. Why'd you get a little fed up with us? Why'd you get fed up with us, Tsurugi? Clearly last time you left the dining room, I thought you were breaking our bonds or something like that. Of course I did, and that still hasn't changed, but in this conditional situation of the class trial, your charges of being preliminary criminals are revoked for the time being. The criminal analogy is that the more manpower there is, the better, and because a murder has occurred, the rest of the criminals, other than the criminal of this incident, are simply ordinary citizens in this scenario. Man's doing mental gymnastics just to treat us like normal human beings. Alright, man, sure. I was making a list of swearing words to give a double comeback to Tsurugi once he woke up. Yeah, what? Hey, I never did that. Do whatever you like, September choose anyways. After trial, you'll become preliminary criminals once more. Of course, Akane is an exception. I'm always thinking of you as a semi-criminal. These fucking ladies, man. One that committed attempted murder, so don't even think you're innocent in the least. This crazy guy having seizures again. Kinda don't bother with what that waste of a man says. When Kyoko died, we were thoroughly fighting with each other. It is a difficult case. Is a difficult case ever if we work. It is a difficult case ever if we have to work together. Sure, man. Something gave me an odd feeling like this would be even more harder trial. Something gave me an odd feeling like this would be an even harder trial than any other I face. As I'm talking, anyways, we started the trial, right? Let's get on with it already.
Indeed. The first thing we must do now is solve what is right in front of us. It is not good for everyone to be on edge this early.
Yeah, Ray and Kinji are right. If we do not pass this class trial first, we will all die. Relationships with the others, conflicts with Tsurugi, there are many problems ahead. I want to solve them, but first the biggest one. Let's begin a class trial. If we don't take care of it, nothing will change in the end. Alright, fuck if I know what's happening again. I don't know. Thing is, so someone knocks out Kakaru, uses the blood bags on him to lure out Tsurugi, knocks out Tsurugi, sets up a trap for Kakaru. I don't know how Katana fits into this. Here now is because the relationship between us has worsened than the second trials. Me in particular trying to make eye contact with some of them, such as Tsurugi or Ray. I wonder if we really have to survive this time, if we're able to survive this time. I like how he says he doesn't try to make contact with Tsurugi or Ray, but both of them are behind him, so, I mean, every stop with a shake that we seem to be getting used to by now. Ooh. Whoa, this is a surprise. Why are you in front of me, bear thing? Didn't you learn in kindergarten to think about the people who get off the elevator? I think he must be doing this once or twice already, though. It's hard to react anymore. Why isn't he saying much? Is he being turned off? Why is everyone coming like this? I guess it's a new act. Hey, how long are you planning on doing that? You have to do a class trial. Are you going to move? Bears do not move.
Something seems different than usual here.
Mikako, touching that thing wouldn't do any good. Huh? What's wrong, Mikako-chan? Mikako was suddenly stunned. At first, she thought Monokuma was pulling prank, but then she noticed the mood was different than usual. And then... Hi-ya! Eek. Ah, I'm alive! I live! You thought I was dead. But when Mikako touched it, Monokuma suddenly began to make a loud noise. What the hell are you doing? Are you kidding around? Don't do that again! All of a sudden, my rack was stuck. I was surprised, too. Rack? Hoo-hoo-hoo! No big deal. Did y'all come down here in the meantime? Well done. Then shall we get started? Looks like you're trying to rush something here. By the way, wasn't Kakaro's scream cute? Let's move on. Oh my god. Fraud was next to me this entire time. Alright, it's time for what everyone's been waiting for. The class trial is back. Well, I of course knew this would happen. Nobody waited for this. Whatevs. Even if it's not for you, there's another person who waited for this. Yeah, me. Anyway, this will be the third class trial. Your own relationships who have been paying attention to the trends of the nerds seems to be in a state of lockdown. As if it were breaking. Shut up. I don't care about that. Don't bring stupid stuff and start already. Oh boy, tough attitude, I see. I was gonna start anyways. Now then, should we go on to more words? An extreme trial. The class trial that crossed beyond life and death. He's cooking him when he does this little thing, by the way. Even when you think 2 victims and 2 culprits died, 4 friends are already gone. In addition to the victims of this incident, so a total of 6 friends have left our group. Damn, one of the victims this time was Nori. After the infirmary... Okay. She didn't know when someone would get hurt, so she spent most of her days in that room. A child with the most angelic heart I've known was worried about us. Our health, happiness. Nori was that kind of person. Even through the reason she died was because her whole body became a block of charcoal. The crazy way to put it. Her whole body was tied up, unable to move. Someone who has done such terrible things among us. They also killed Yamaguchi and committed ruthless acts. The culprit, although Yamaguchi was timid and behaved inappropriately due to his size, at important times he mediated the situation like a lawyer should, and we laughed together. Did he though? But then he was killed with a neck wound so severe that he was nearly amputated in cold blood. Yamaguchi was no longer with us. Trial to uncover the killer begins now. Trial in order to live. A lie in order to live. A betrayal in order to live. Elaborating their will to live, or an excuse to kill, using trust at the risk of life. Risking our lives in this class trial. Hello? No. Okay. Alright. So anyways, guys, we made it to the class trial. I guess Wednesday is the class trial day, assuming that all goes well. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you Wednesday for the trial. Bye-bye.